We are Steve and Jill.
Together, we've been buying and reselling land since the 90s.
Our data-centric approach leaves our buyers asking, how can you sell it so cheap?
Here on the Land Academy Show,
We answer that and more. Steve and Jill here.
Hello.
Welcome to the Land Academy Show, entertaining land investment talk. I'm Stephen Jack Butella.
And I'm Jill DeWitt, broadcasting from hot and not so perfect Paradise Valley, Arizona today.
Today, Jill and I talk about assignment deals. Do we do them?
Oh.
This topic comes from
I have a lot to say.
a lot of questions that we're getting about assignment deals because there's always this buzz, not so much in our group, but this buzz about assignment deals.
On the planet.
And why they're,
The planet thinks
how you
they're
can make
awesome.
a fortune. Yeah,
I'm here to tell you they suck.
they do suck.
And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to explain what this is. I'm going to tell you all the things that can go
That's
wrong.
excellent.
And why I have chosen to go, nope, not doing that.
I can't wait to hear it, and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
bet I agree. Before we get into it, let's take a question posted by one of our members on the landinvestors.com online community. It's free. If you're already with us in the Land Academy group, join us on Discord. You won't be disappointed.
Which is another way that we communicate. It's like WeChat or Teams or something. You're wondering, what the heck is Discord? That's what it is, and it's pretty cool. Scott wrote, question for the land veterans in a situation like this, where the property just went back to the tax authority. Is it worth it to pay the former owner a few $100 and get her to assign you the right of redemption and a quitclaim deed? Then someone could pick it up for basically the cost of the back taxes. Sounds like there's enough meat on the bone for the extra trouble.
May I? Mm-hmm. We do this all the time. Mm-hmm. I've been doing this for 25 years. And so there's all kinds of education out there about how to do this. Do I think you should completely and totally focus on this? Absolutely not. Do I think you should focus on back tax properties only? Nope. But what happens is we send all this mail out, and invariably someone calls you back, usually on every single mailer, and says, I'm going to let this go back anyway. I don't want this property. It's been 5 years. I haven't paid the taxes. Here's the APN. Well, you know the APN. You sent it to me on my letter. So knock yourself out. Maybe send me $500. Or maybe you suggest that you give them $500 to let you to undo all this mess for them. Depending on how much back taxes there are, it may or may not be worth it. It's just a math situation. If there's too much more back taxes than the properties that you can sell it for, then it's
you
not
walk away.
Right. There are people in our space, other people who have Land Academy-like environments where they teach how to buy and sell land that only focus on this, which I think is silly. Why would you focus on just one small little part of the revenue stream? So no, in the vast majority of these situations, we win. You would win as the investor because you're dealing with somebody who just doesn't care anymore. They already gave up, stopped paying the taxes, and you have to solve their problem, usually from a legal standpoint. The deed might be in a deceased mom's name.
Yeah, you got to make sure it's undoable.
Yeah, so
And they're into it.
I'm skipping along the top of this topic.
Right.
But
Because we have one right now that's majorly hard to undo, and they're not into it. It's like a double thing working against us. So then you have to decide, is my time worth it? What do you think?
So this, I put this in here for a reason among many, many questions. This is something to expect. We have a personal friend who sent out her first mailer, and the first deal that came back was just like this. And it was, I think it look. I've been working on it with her. It looks like a great deal.
Cool.
In Colorado.
Is she going to take it down?
I don't know.
Okay, good. Hope so.
Today's topic, assignment deals. Let's just say, what are they and do we do them? This is why you're listening.
Okay, let's talk, everyone. There's a few words out there that are getting a negative buzz. Some unjustly, and some should have a negative buzz around them. One of the ones that I don't think is right that gets a negative buzz, or negative connotation is wholesale. We really do buy and in a way I wholesale price and try to wholesale property.
Really bring this down to the 8th grade level and tell us what definitions of some of these words are. What is wholesaling?
Okay. Wholesaling is buying. Think of something you get on a ship from China. Think of a store, right? You're the middleman supplying something to somebody else to a store. You're the wholesaler. Maybe maybe you buy all kinds of carpet from who knows where. You bring them into your warehouse and you wholesale them to carpet stores. That's kind of how you do it. And you price it that way. You bought it really inexpensively and you're selling it really inexpensively. You're just getting a certain margin that makes your business run smoothly. And then the guy who buys it from you, he marks it up and he retails it, and it's all for the end user. He installs it, he sells the pad. That's another wholesaler, whatever it is. It's something like that. So there's a way you can do that with land, and that's kind of what we set up our company to be many years ago. That was like our focus. Like when I came, not originally, but during the time when I jumped on board, that was my focus, because it naturally went that way. We would buy properties so cheap, bring them in our inventory. I found that 99% of my buyers were their investors who were marking them up and selling them for more. I'm like, this is great. I love this. And being a wholesaler too, we communicate. I'm not talking to the end user, the end buyer. They understand what I'm doing. Is that enough for you?
A wholesaler is the person who sources the product. Mm-hmm. It's the middle person.
Right.
From either the owner or the manufacturer, and sells it to the retailer.
And then they sell it to the
in real estate
customer.
A wholesaler is the person who contacts the owner of the real estate,
right,
buys it for as little as possible. They don't buy it though. They just control the deal.
Or they do buy it.
Sometimes they buy it, sometimes they don't.
Right.
That's where the problem is. That's where assignments come in.
Well, I was talking about it as two different things.
Right. So my point is, in both the assignment situation and the wholesaling situation, you're the first person to talk to that owner.
Right. You have options.
You get there first. And so depending on what you call it, you're going to communicate this deal to the person, the end user.
Right.
Like there's two ways to do that. You can wholesale it or assign it, which Jill's going to talk about.
Thank you.
Just make it simple.
What the heck? It's like, did you catch that?
Here's the way I like to do this.
Oh, sweetheart, just sit down and let me take this.
Here's the way I like to do this. Just let's get the information to them in an 8th grade manner with the shortest number of sentences as possible.
Hold on a moment.
And then have fun with it.
I started to do that.
No, you started with the fun.
Well, I started to go up high, and you said bring it down, so I did. I just brought it down to kindergarten, not 8th grade.
Always starts
Sorry.
so fun. Everything. It's all just fun and games all the way through, instead of like definitions.
Are you done now?
Yes. Okay. Now have fun with it, please.
All right. Okay.
I'm information, you're inspiration.
Yeah. And frustration. That's my other one today.
And disappointment.
Yeah, that too. Okay. Anyway. As I was saying. So anyway, I was explaining wholesale. My only reason I was talking about wholesale too is it gets a bad vibe. People now throw that term around. They use it wrong. And what makes me mad is wholesale has tripped into assignment, and people think that every wholesaler is assigning every deal, and it's all, nobody's doing any money. All you're doing is queuing them up. You want some money here and walk away, and they don't want to do any other work kind of thing. So which part of that is true. I can't, back to the whole point though, what are assignment deals? Assignment deals is, let's just say, right, like Jack just said, you go to the seller, you got the deal first, you have it, you have a controlling interest in it, you have a signed purchase agreement. It probably says on your signed purchase agreement that it's
assignable.
Yeah, to you or your assigners kind of thing. That's what it might say to buy it. So you have a lot of options. The guy just agreed on the price and you're in control. Now you could buy it yourself. Which is
in case if you bought it yourself, you're a wholesaler.
Right.
If you don't, you assign it, you're an assigner. That's the differences between these two.
So how are you doing that? You're either talking amongst your friends, you're on social media, you have usually have your email, your quiet email blast list. You're just trying to assign the deal to somebody else. And because all you want to do is take your cut in the middle. Maybe it's 10 grand, maybe it's 50 grand. It probably depends on the deal. It really does depend on the deal and whatever you want to do and everybody's comfortable with. So if I go out and find a seller right now today, and I send out my purchase agreement, he agrees on my property and he's going to sell it to me or my assigners for $30,000. I'm walking around with this piece of paper now, and now I'm going to shop it to everybody because I know it's worth 90. I could buy it, sell it myself for 90, but I don't want to do all that work. You know what? I just want to give it to somebody else. Maybe I'll take 20. Maybe I will take 30. Maybe I'll take 10, whatever it is. And then they do all the work. I don't like this for two reasons. One is just the whole process. Sometimes there's slimy people that do this and they've given it a bad name.
Why are slimy people attracted to this?
Because they don't have to do anything.
Because you don't have to pay.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't cost them anything to do this.
And I don't think they believe in the deal enough to buy it.
No, that has nothing to do with it.
You would buy it.
I just, that's just a different personality type.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, their personality type is, I got it.
Yeah.
It's a used car salesman situation. High five after somebody walks out of the dealership.
If you're lucky, I'll pick you and you pay me and you can have it.
Yeah.
And if it goes sideways, I don't care. I got my money.
That's it.
That's part of it.
It's a real estate or agent mentality. I deserve a fee on this deal for getting in the middle of it.
I hate that.
It's just it's a different way of wrecking somebody else's deal.
And then my other thing is, too many things can go wrong. So if you're trying to do this, there's a chance that, you assign it to somebody else. You're not paid yet. And they're talking right now. Your buyer's talking to your seller. They could cut you out of the deal tomorrow. What are you going to do? Go sue them?
It's all kinds of stuff that can
happen. But do you want to go through the work and the time and the expense and all that? I don't.
So what's the right thing to do, Jill?
Buy it.
Buy the property.
If you really and that's how I feel with deal funding. And I think we talk about that on another day, but we talk about that anyway a lot. If you feel this strong about a deal and you just don't have the cash, there's somebody standing right behind you with the cash, like us. And that's one of the things that I feel really confident about. And I know that when I'm talking on other panels or talking with other people, I chat about, what we do. And they think all I'm doing is assigning. I'm like, no. I'm buying the property. My name's on the deed. That stops it all right there. They know I'm real. I believe in the transaction. All of that is correct.
Perfect.
Happy you could join us today. 5 days a week. You can find us right here on the Land Academy Show. Join us
tomorrow on the episode. The episode on the Land Academy Show is called Creative Deal Structuring. You are not alone in your real estate ambition. Comes down to this.
Yeah.
Buy the real estate. You have 100 options when you buy it, and not just control it. So if you buy the property, you can rent it, you can clean it up and fix it, or do it. It's just the right thing to do. Is it a little bit more expensive? Yeah, because there's 2 closings on the buy side and the sell side, but usually less than $1,500 more. And so, and then that poor person that you're buying this property from, who is usually, it's a time sensitive thing, then they're cashed out correctly, and everybody's telling the truth. So it's the right thing to do.
I agree. Glad you stopped me because I could have gone on for days and beat this whole thing up.
Yeah, because this is a thing.
It's kind of a Jill rant. It really is.
It is. And rightfully so, Jill. I'm right on the same page with you.
I don't like it. I don't think it doesn't feel good. And if people, like I said, when people think that I do that and I should put them in their place, they're like, okay. I'm like, nope. So it's good. By the way, if you're interested in learning more about us or what we do, please check out landacademy.com or houseacademy.com. We provide the education, tools, and experience you need to be flipping property like the pros.
We're Steve and Jill. Information
and inspiration
to buy undervalued property.
We hope you find our content valuable and we appreciate your support. If you have not already, please check out our channel and hit the subscribe button.
And your comments and suggestions help us to create the content you're here for. Hitting the like button helps to support our channel's algorithm and gauge your interest for future shows.